traditional mince pie. I'm over it. Done. So I'm thinking I want to do something exciting. I've come up with it. And I'll come up with something which has everything that I love about a mince pie and more. So what I've got is some pre-bought all butter puff pastry, and I've got some phyllo pastry here as well. Nice and crunchy. So we've got a contrast. Bit of flour. Roll it out. It's so quick to make. Flour it as you go.
Put a bit more flour on there.
Who's in control here? Me
Yeah,
or
I know,
you?
but no, can I put some on top?
That was
here as
ice
well?
and sugar.
That was ice and sugar. Shit.
What's the matter with you? Roll it out to about the size of a regular tea towel, okay? It's about 3 millimetres thick. And then you get a good quality jar of mincemeat. I know this seems like cheat, but that's hard to make and it's a great product. That's quite hard to make and it's a great product. Mincemeat, if you get the good one, there's a great recipe there. It's been made months ago, so it's matured. All those flavours have really moulded into each other. But what I've got an opportunity to do is I can put some other things in, like the chestnuts that me and Gennaro have done, and some other sour fruits, like sour cranberries.
It's almost like make panforte in Italy.
A pan forte, yes.
Yeah.
And that's Christmassy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very Christmassy. We put a little bit spice in it.
Yeah? I like your little recipe with the brandy.
Did you get drunk?
No.
Oh, come on. Come on, you're almost there. Look, I can see you.
Get your chestnuts and just put them over like that. Beautiful. Christmas in a nutshell. So that's what I mean by it's got the flavours of a mince pie, it's got the mincemeat, but then we've got the lovely roasted chestnuts, or you could use other nuts, then sour cranberries, and they're going to be a bit more chewy, because everything else in the mincemeat is quite soft. Now, clementine.
Don't you think you need a bit of spice in it?
It's got spice in the mincemeat.
Do you need a little bit black peppers, you know?
Ground put a bit of black pepper in there for?
Well, panforte in Italy we use that. Why don't you use a little bit of that?
OK, I'll put a bit of black pepper on one
Yeah.
for you. I'll do it in a minute when I portion them out. I'm not putting black pepper in mine.
Why not?
Because we're not Italian. We don't want black pepper on our mincemeat.
It's a spice you put them in.
OK.
Put a
So,
black
clementine zest on this mincemeat. Gennaro wants to put black pepper on it. But roll it up into a sausage shape. And then you've got the mincemeat, which we love.
Yes, we
but I'm
do.
getting fed up with it. But the chestnuts and then the lovely clementine. Yeah, as well. And then we've got the sour cranberries.
A little bit of black pepper on top
Forget
of
the black
spice.
pepper for a minute, Gennaro.
All
okay?
right.
So what you get is like a little twister. And in that twister is Christmas. And instead of having this crumbly old short crust, we've got something light, something spongy, something bouncy, right, with all that stuff in. Then I was thinking, I want to have another texture. Right, so I've got this phyllo pastry. And basically I want it to cover this tray. So I'm going to lay a sheet here, and I've got some melted butter. Just dab that. This is as much as an assembly as it is a recipe, really. But just because I'm not making the mincemeat from scratch, and you shouldn't think that you're cheating. You wait till you see this. So I want to put it over this tray, and I want it to be about, I don't know, a couple of inches bigger. And you can be scruffy about this. Don't try and be pretty. Don't worry about this. Just hang it over by 2 inches. And then...
Don't forget to put some of this one on the trays.
No, well, that's why I buttered this.
You're going to put it upside down?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, all right, then.
So just lay it over, roughly. Get the two ends that we're not going to use, push them together. And just use that to gently push the phyllo pastry in, using that as a little bung. So what is phyllo pastry all about? Well, it's about crunch. If you think about the contrast of the puff pastry with the crunch of the phyllo pastry, it's going to be a total joy, a total treat.
I like it.
Then get your little twister. See that chestnuts in there? Look at that. So for me, this is a mince pie, but it's all about new texture. Little bit of butter around all the edges, and when it cooks, that phyllo pastry almost becomes like a little tray that it's cooked in. Get a nice handful of almonds, like that. Sprinkle them on top. And then, Gennaro, will you just get me a clementine?
Yeah, I want a clementine. OK.
I just put a little bit of pepper on yours, shall I?
You already put that stuff on top. You want another clementine?
This one here on the right's yours, with a little clementine, just to show that it's yours. And then the icing sugar. Beautiful. So that is an assembly job. That anyone can do. I put that in the oven for about 25 minutes, 30 minutes until golden and beautiful. I'm going to cook that at 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And that, you just wait, will be beautiful.
Bravo.
Right, doesn't quite look right yet. That phyllo pastry almost becomes like a little tray that it's cooked in. Just...
Bravissimo.
I've never seen a mince pie like this.
I like it.
But that's exciting, that's what it's all about, that's what cooking's all about. So I'm gonna get some creme fraiche. It's quite nice to have a little teaspoon of something with your mince pie. Gennaro, just put me about 2 tablespoons of vanilla sugar in there, big boy.
I'll use my hands.
And can you grate me some clementine on top?
Cool. I didn't zest.
Heat your brandy up. Just like a shot.
Oh, lovely smell. Oh.
Do you put vanilla sugar in?
Yes, I put some vanilla sugar.
Did you put enough in?
I did put a 2 tablespoons. I didn't have
How
to
much
do
clementine did you put in?
I put them a zest of vanilla clementine on the
A
inside.
whole zest or just a little bit of a clear?
Well, look, I put all this. Listen, I know better than what you put inside here.
To serve it, just put that lovely flamed brandy and vanilla sugar creme fraiche in there. I know that that still doesn't look like a traditional mince pie, but wait for this, right? You just click it off, you know? All right, it's come off wonky. All right, we'll peel it off then. For me personally, that is beautiful. And if someone handed you that at a party, you wouldn't go, oh God, another mince pie. You go, what is it? What is it? And you go, mince pie, new styley. And they're like, okay. And the lovely thing is, you can bespoke it, you can make it your own. This is for me, this is for you. Little bit of ice and sugar. I know I don't normally do that much pretty stuff, but this is the time of year.
Ah, that's good.
A little bit of holly. Now, the key about eating this is a sip of wine first, and then a nice big...
I know how to eat it. Why should I want to taste this one first.
You've got a little bit of pepper on that one. Is it nice? Is it nice?
Yes, it's not. You know, I'm going to eat because it's very nice. You put all the stuff in top. You put a little bit. I don't want to. Don't put any back. Doesn't go. This is the right way to do. That is rubbish way. The one with peppercorn.
Buon Natale.
Buon Natale.
In Essex, we say, up your bum.
Up my bum.
So let's make a Christmas tiramisu. It's the quickest, simplest, most delicious dessert to do. Thank you, Gennaro. Bless your heart. To make a ganache, simply melt 100 grams of good quality dark chocolate with 200 millilitres of warmed double cream. This is going to give it an amazing, amazing rich chocolate flavour. Now, with chocolate, we always put a little pinch of salt. Chocolate needs to be seasoned. So look, the chocolate is nicely melted. Next, line a nice dish with classic sponge fingers. But of course, you could use some sponge. You can even like slice a little panettone and do some layers there like that. So whatever you can get hold of, fantastic. Pour 150 millilitres of really good quality coffee, slightly sweetened, over those sponge fingers. Then whisk together 500 grams of ricotta and 250 grams of mascarpone. At the moment, that cream is quite neutral. It's neither sweet or savoury. So you want about 3 tablespoons of honey. Beautiful, look at that. Another little thing I'm using is this vanilla bean paste. Just a little teaspoon, and the flavour is so good. So normally ricotta is very crumbly, but if you give it a really good beating, it does go silky, shiny and smooth.
Hey, God, it's far away the kitchen there.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, mate.
All right.
Can you do a little drizzle, about 50 mils just over there? I'm spiking my Christmas tiramisu with some lovely Italian sweet wine, Vinsanto, or sweet sherry. Can you see it? Look at the lovely ripples. Silkiness. Elegance.
Tasty.
Really, really nice. So you hold that, big boy.
Yeah.
So this is a fun bit, guys. In we go with that amazing chocolate. Look at that. And then I'm just going to use the spoon just to move that across those lovely sponge fingers. So just a little bit of zest is enough to give you that hit of flavour. Chocolate and clementine, the perfect combination for Christmas. In we go.
Wow.
With the cream. So it's a little bit different, guys. A little bit different.
Delicious.
The only thing that I would do now, I don't know what you think, Jannar,
Tell me.
just a bit of grated chocolate on the top.
Yes.
Some people put cocoa powder,
No, chocolate is good.
but it's Christmas. Let's do it properly. Finish with a little zest of clementine and then some chocolate shavings. So look, there you go. A fantastic twist on tiramisu.
Yes.
So good. Right, should we put it in the fridge?
Yeah, let's put them in the fridge. Let's go.
Pop it in the fridge for a couple of hours to chill and set beautifully. So Gennaro,
Yes.
a little Vinsanto for you, just because it's Christmas and it's delicious. And if you wanted to sort of serve it with just a few kind of seasonal bits of fruit, you can.
I wouldn't eat them all.
So good. And that combination of chocolate, clementine, the coffee, the Vinsanto. Wow, what a combination. Oh. So there you go. Tiramisu done just a little bit differently.
Buon Natale.
Salute.
Salute. Merry Christmas.
Delicious, mate. There's no greater way to tell someone that you love them than through chocolate. Oh yes, something amazingly chocolatey. And I've got a recipe for you that is gonna absolutely make your Christmas. My triple chocolate Yule Log is a scrumptious rolled chocolate sponge filled with hazelnut chocolate spread, whipped cream, and topped with a luxurious chocolate buttercream. A delicious gift to bring a bit of festive joy. And it all starts in here, making homemade chocolate sponge. We want 4 beautiful free-range organic eggs, nice large ones, okay? I want to get the egg whites into here. Let the whites go through and bounce very carefully the yolk backwards and forwards. Don't get any yolk in there at all. And if you do, you will have to start again. Next thing is a good pinch of salt. And now we're gonna whisk. That's gonna make this sponge really light. You're incorporating loads of air into the egg whites, and that will go nice and stiff. Air is the most precious ingredient in this sponge. It's gonna give you the lift and the texture. So now, 75 grams of icing sugar, sieve it in, and then we start whisking again. Right, look at that. Beautiful. And then whip in the egg yolks one by one. Then 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 75 grams of self-raising flour through the sieve, and 2 tablespoons of good quality cocoa powder, not hot chocolate, cocoa powder. So, go from using a whisk to using a spatula. From whisking to folding. I'm gonna fold all the ingredients back into the middle. Try and not lose as much air as possible. And there we go. We got the sponge looking good. I've got a 35 centimetre by 25 centimetre tray. I have just oiled it and put some greaseproof paper in. And now I'll pour that lovely sponge into the tray, like that, every last bit. And then gently push the chocolate right to the edge. And there you go, happy days. So this is now gonna go into the oven at 180 degrees Celsius, which is 350 Fahrenheit, for exactly 8 minutes. At the same time, I'm gonna toast off 350 grams of lovely whole peeled hazelnuts. And that is gonna be part of our filling for this sponge. So in that goes as well. Now, we're gonna make the most incredible chocolate spread to go inside our beautiful Yule log. I've got a heat-proof bowl and a little inch of water on a very low heat. And we're gonna melt 350 grams of good quality chocolate, about 70 to 80% cocoa solids. Just break it up, a little pinch of salt. It kind of brings out the flavor. And then 100 grams of unsalted butter, and let that slowly melt and give it a stir every now and again. So, get yourself some more greaseproof paper, lay out a little sheet like that. My sponge is ready now, and it smells amazing. Beautiful. And I've got the nuts here for the most incredible chocolate spread. First up, take our chocolate sponge and we'll literally flap it onto this greaseproof paper, very confidently. And then while it's warm, we're gonna gently peel off this greaseproof paper and roll it up. Just gently like that, slowly, slowly. And let it cool down in that shape and you'll be perfectly good to go. And then let's have a look at my nuts. Look, they're nice and toasted. Got a nice little bit of colour there. So this goes straight in to a food processor. And while it's nice and hot, we'll wazz it up. Look, have a look at that. In just a minute, it's turned those hazelnuts into an amazing flour. It smells incredible. Then just put this melted chocolate on top, whiz it up until really smooth. Oh! Come on! That is proper chocolate and nut spread. So the great thing about this is you can think about it in a few ways, right? I'm gonna use it as the most amazing, indulgent, delicious layer of our rolled Yule Log, right? That's the first thing. Secondly, put it in a jar, little label, that is the best gift ever. Send that to someone you love. Chocolate and nut spread, my mum is gonna love that. And then thirdly, put this into a little dish, and I'll put this in the fridge. And when it kind of solidifies, hot spoon, teaspoon, boop, little truffles. Dust it in nuts or cocoa powder, brilliant. In that goes. Right, next up, we're gonna make chocolate buttercream for the outside of the Yule Log. You use the same pan with the same water in it, and another heat-proof bowl, and then 150 grams of 80% cocoa solids chocolate. So that will slowly melt. And then in another bowl, I'm gonna beat the lovely butter and then eventually the sugar together. Now this buttercream is gonna go on the outside of the Yule Log, AKA bark, chocolatey bark. This is 150 grams of butter, unsalted, and I've got it to room temperature. So just use the back of a spatula just to give it a nice little push. It takes a little while, and then we can start beating it, getting the air into it. And once that's nice and light, go in with 150 grams of icing sugar. So equal quantities of the sugar, the chocolate, and the butter. And then we give it a nice little beat. So slowly, slowly now, as it's just gone in, then we can pick our speed up and we'll start beating again. Completely changes the texture. Then check the chocolate. It's almost there. And a little pinch of salt again. And while that cools down, I've got 350 mils of gorgeous double cream to go inside our beautiful Yule Log. And a tablespoon of sugar. And give it a little whisk up. And this is going to be one of the layers that becomes part of the swirl as we roll up our sponge. So that is done. And then let's finish off this buttercream now because the chocolate has cooled down. But look at that, chocolate, 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 and chocolate. Yes. This is gonna make someone, or many people, very happy. Slowly beat that into the buttercream. So that's it. We've got the amazing chocolate buttercream here. We've got the whipped cream, we've got the homemade sponge, and we've got our lovely, beautiful chocolate and nut spread. Right, this is gonna make the best Yule Log ever. Honestly, flavors, texture, off the chart. Time to make our beautiful Yule Log. Unwind it slowly. They're beautiful. Beautiful chocolate and nut spread is going to go on top, right to the edges. Then our beautiful cream. Just lightly sweetened. Now I've got a curveball ingredient. Amazing. Maraschino cherries. I'm just going to put a few here at the base, like a little surprise. And some of these juices. Oh, yes. Just take a little grater and a clementine. It will make all the difference. Hello! Hey! Here comes trouble.
What's this?
We're gonna make a chocolate Yule log. I'm gonna roll it up now.
That would be cold.
That's very satisfying, isn't it?
Oh.
On to the board.
Oh my god.
And I'm gonna cut off this end.
Oh my god.
I then put this here, like that.
Ah, it's a tree.
You see?
I want to eat it.
So do you know what the good news is?
What?
This is for Nanny and Grandad to take home.
No, I'm going to take it.
I want
Dad,
See what
Dad.
River, where are you going?
So look, guys, this buttercream is gonna go on the outside of the Yule log. Oh my Lord, it's gonna taste good. All these little kind of nooks and crannies are supposed to look like, yeah, it's like bark. Right, who wants to decorate some bits? Put some of these around the outside. Some crushed hazelnuts. And then it's been snowing just at the corner of the forest. So there you go. That is the Yule log. Little candle. That sponge is going to be so soft and silky and chocolatey and gorgeous. I reckon Nan and Grandad are going to love that, right?
Definitely.